Hi everybody, welcome to another video. You catch up with me once again next to the wonderful River Wye. If you've seen the previous video, this is the same session as that, that being the morning and the evening session on the feeder. Done the morning session, didn't exactly go brilliantly. I've yet to do the evening session, so by the time you see this video you'll know more than me. Well, what I'm going to do for a few hours at lunchtime, what I like to do to break these long days up, is do a bit of trotting. Hopefully some chub, and touch wood, might even catch a barbel, which is something we didn't manage to do on feeder this morning. But you never know, with a moving bait things can be a bit different. Now there's a couple of possible swims we can fish here. The bottom of the stretch is fairly slow and steady. Right at the very bottom of the stretch it starts to shallow up again a bit, but the bottom end is mainly fairly steady, reasonably deep. I think 5 or 6 foot out there. And the other swim we could fish possibly is there's a croy at the top of the stretch. We could fish off that, although it's only about 4 foot deep there, and I could see the bottom when I was there in the morning, most of the bottom, although I did have a nice chub out there on the feeder. So we could fish in here and up there. Been putting some feed in here regularly and sort of making this my swim where the feed's been going in. So I think we'll start off here and see how we get on. Right, I'm going to get my gear sorted out and we'll have a crack. Now, for those of you who don't know, the wire nusk, this is a wire nusk foundation stretch, specify no worms and no maggots or casters until October, I think the end of October. So rather limited on baits. However, what I've got with me is, I'll show you, some pellets which I've been feeding, some cheesy garlic pellets. I've got some bread. I have some cubed up luncheon meat, cubed in small cubes. What I've also got to try today, don't tell anyone, it's a bit of a secret, I've bought some cockles. Because what I've found trotting in the past is that the meat tends to come off quite a lot and it's quite annoying. And being that it's full of fat, it doesn't sink very quickly either. So you can't really loose feed it. Well, you can, you don't really know where it's going. So my thinking was I could chuck some cockles in and I'd actually know where they were ending up. But we can always, as I say, fish pellets as well. So gear wise, what I've got is my Cadence CR10 14 foot match number 2. I've got a Drake shouldered stick float on there, purely because this is a stretch I haven't fished before. I didn't know what sort of water I was going to be encountering, and I didn't want to carry loads of tackle around because it's a 100 metre walk to the stretch from the car park, and the stretch is 2/3 of a mile long according to the wire nusk foundation, so it's a bit of a trek up the stretch. So I don't want to carry loads of stuff. I'm travelling very, very light. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off on a bit of meat. As I say, I've been putting feed in here. I've been feeding hemp. I've been feeding a mixture of sizes of cheesy garlic halibut pellets, from a 3mm up to an 8mm. Should mention as well, there's plenty of canoes going past at the moment, so we'll see how we get on with them. Well, I just fancied doing something a bit different in the middle of the day and see how we get on. I should mention my reel. I've actually put my Abu 506 Mark II closed face reel on here for this session. I do like trotting with a closed face reel. It's fun in this wind. Do like trotting with a closed face reel. I find it's much less fatiguing on your, or on my hand, than a fixed spool reel. Although it could be fun and games if we do hook into a barbel. We've got an upstream breeze, which is a bit of a help. It helps to hold the float back. Put the line in check. In contact with the float. There we go. Blimey. Feels alright. First trot through on a cockle. No monster, but nice chub. You don't want to give up. Not even that big. Come on. Come on. Still not giving up. Whoa! That was lucky. Because a big old pike's just shot out from the bank underneath here and almost grabbed him. Got him out of the way. But that's my first ever fish on a cockle. Wonderful. Well, very chuffed with that. Let's throw one in. You can loose feed with these a little bit because they'll sink. I'll throw a couple in. It's great when you try something that actually works. That's what we're doing. Stink vinegar, although I have rinsed them. There we go. And the bottom. Just holding in the flow. I'm sure it's a chub because he's heading for the cover in the side. Yeah. Very nice one. Try and get him in fairly quickly because it's a pike. Better. Wonderful. Absolutely love trotting. How's about that? That's a proper one. Wonderful stuff. There we go. A monster, but it's a fish. Come on, don't go over there, Mr. Pike will have you. Lovely job. Well, there we go, no monster, but wonderful, wonderful way to catch them. Lovely job. Gotcha. Right, a bit better. There's a slightly better fish. Monster, but it's holding his holding station in the current nicely. It's not that big actually. It's doing a good impression. There we are. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely loving this. Great fun. What I'm trying to achieve with this is I'm trying to undershot the float a little bit so that the bait drags the bottom. Literally drags along the bottom. That's what I'm trying to achieve. And unfortunately it seems the bottom is a little bit too rocky, I think, in here. So it just won't run along nicely. It all runs and runs and then it just drags under like that, unfortunately. And even though it's undershotted a little bit, it just drags under. Can sort of tell the difference between it just drags under slowly because it's such a slow pace to the water, it just drags under slowly, but it's not a bite. If I'm in any doubt, obviously I'm striking. Trying to get to know as well where it's going to pull under. Which helps. This bee seems to like me. There's one bee, very strange looking thing. Just won't leave me alone. Go away. I am getting bites on the cockles, but I just don't know. I feel like I'm getting more bites on meat. I'm not getting particularly many bites at all at the moment, but I do feel when I put a lump of meat on, I'm more likely to get a bite, but maybe psychological. It may also be obviously that the fish are accustomed to seeing cubes of luncheon meat in the river. There we go. So you put a bit of meat on, get a bite. I think they're just so accustomed to seeing the meat. Not particularly big. Definitely a chub, the way you're going for that snag. Trying to get under my feet. My back. Fresh looking fish. There we are. Not going to break any records, but fantastic fun. Right, one more run through with a bit of meat. And we'll get off up to the Croy again. Well, I think that was a bite, so definitely need to have another run through. One more cast. The old one more cast. One more cast, one more cast, one more cast. There we go. Nice fish. There's a better one. I've sort of given up. Wonderful. Well, there we are. Proper one. Fantastic. Wonderful stuff. I think we'll have to stay for 5 minutes now. Yeah, definitely more tuned into the meat and to the cockles, that's for sure. Even though I've been feeding them both, I think, like I say, I'm sure they're just used to seeing meat, aren't they? Probably see it almost as a natural food item in here. That was a cracking fish. And another one, lime. I'm definitely tuned in now. And a minute ago I was thinking of moving. Heading for all the snags. Well, he saw the net and he didn't like that much. God, backing up now. 2 in 2 casts. Fantastic. This is awesome. And to think, literally, I had one more cast. I said one more cast and I'm going to move. I had to bite that cast and missed it. So I had another last cast and we've had those 2 lovely fish within 10 minutes. So it's just sometimes best not to move, maybe. I do get itchy feet though. I'm not getting bites. I don't think putting these chub back straight back in the swim is doing it much good. But I haven't got a lot of choice in here. Sometimes you can throw a nip to the swim next door, can't you, and just return them there, but it's just too far, too much of a big bank up and down, steep bank, and it's fish welfare's got to come first at the end of the day. And I'm not going to keep them out for another minute, just so I can return them in the next swim. There we go. Plodding, head shaking. Feels nice fish again. Not doing all that sort of tearing about like the little ones do. But plod about a bit more. Of course, under my feet, try and get into the tree. I've woken up a bit. Come on. Nope. No, he says. I'm not ready yet. Nope. Still not ready. Blimey, what a scrap. It's off again. Oh, it's wonderful on Bannett's tackle. Wonderful. Come on. Not even that big. Gotcha. Another last cast. Does the business. There we are. Another proper one. Fantastic. Well, I keep threatening to move. But not only am I now getting bites, I'm getting bites from decent fish as well, so I think I'd be silly to move. So nice to be using a closed face reel as well. I think my very first ever reel was a closed face reel, if I'm remembering rightly. Abu 501, I think it was a 501. Where I sort of learnt to fish using a closed face reel. Know nothing about it and being taken by my next door neighbour's father and my friend. We sort of said, oh, you want one of these, get one of these. Knowing absolutely nothing. I bought one and I've loved them ever since. Right, that's me done. I'm going to call it a day there. That's been thoroughly enjoyable. A few hours trotting. Really, really enjoyed that. Now, you probably have noticed that I've been doing my usual few hour sessions in the evening and down the Avon, like I usually do. Things just been a bit manic, to be honest, and I've been able to get out at the weekend for full days instead, but shall be returning to that as soon as normal service is resumed. So hopefully we'll be out in the week, but for now, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling if you get out there. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your wonderful support, and I'll see you all again very soon.